this episode, I'm excited to present the owner of Past and Present, located at 3767 South Park Avenue. Glen LaPlaca, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Dave, very nice for you to come by.
What we wanted to try to do is discuss the unique nature of your store, a little bit about your background and how you got started, and basically why you got started in the village of Blasdell.
Well, Blasdell's a neat community. It's got a small town community in a big town atmosphere, so it's kind of a combination of both. It's interesting. We've been here for 13 years now, and we've noticed that we were getting visitors from not just the Western New York area, but from outside this area. So we started a guest book several years back, and we've had visitors from 47 states and 14 different countries now. So it's interesting to realize that that many different people come through and are passing through Blasdell. So it's kind of a plus for us businesses and Western New York as a whole.
Who would have known there was that many people coming through Blasdell? Now, how did you get started in your career?
Actually, this is a passion I've had since I was 3 years old, and it's just something that I always had a strong interest in, and I actually went to school for it and graduated with a degree in geoscience and earth sciences. And this is just a passion that's grown into more than a hobby, and actually has turned out to be a profession. And actually, with our new museum, gallery, and room that we can entertain visitors from around the world, it's really exciting to be able to share that with everybody.
And you had some experience in other locations in the past, right?
No, actually, this has been our only location. We used to do trade shows. We spent a long time looking for other locations, or for a location that we could call home, long term.
Okay.
And we really liked Blasdell. We liked the community. We've liked the neighbors, and it's just been a real good fit for us.
Now, Glenn, what about your past experience working in this field?
Actually, previously, I worked at the aquarium in Niagara Falls. I was general curator there until last year, and actually I've gained a lot of experience with that facility as far as learning how to curate collections and things like that. So that's been a plus and a help to help us grow this business here.
Now, obviously, you have a very unique store here, but just how unique is it, geographically speaking, in terms of the scope of the services and products that you sell here?
As far as our Past and Present being a unique store, that's probably very true. I can't think of any place that would simulate even closely what we have to within a 500-mile radius of where we're at. I really don't know of anything. There's other like rock shops or science and nature stores, but really nothing along the lines that we have. We actually self-collect a lot of our own fossils and specimens, and we actually have a gallery just for educational purposes and fun.
Well, I know a lot of people that I've spoken to in the administration and involved with the Planning Commission and so forth, all agree that we're very lucky to have your store here.
Oh, I'm lucky to be here. I enjoy being here. It's definitely a great fit.
I'm here with Heather Truitt, who manages most of the retail section and helps out with all aspects of the store. Heather, could you kind of list for us some of the features of the retail section and what you do that's kind of unique?
Okay. Besides the fact that there's not a lot of places to buy fossils, we also have the minerals, a lot of educational kits for the kids, collecting tools, books both for children and for adults in the areas of paleontology and geology. Well, we have unique gifts, one-of-a-kind things made in Egypt and China.
Wow.
I make some of the things that we sell.
Do you really? You had mentioned before that you also feature many unique crystals and that sort of thing?
Yes, we have a lot of different types of crystals, many types of minerals.
And finished gemstones and...
We have some cut stones. A lot of people are looking for tumbled stones of different types. A lot of the minerals are just the natural crystals. We also have ones that are cut and shaped, even animals made out of minerals.
Now you're working on a what is this referred to as?
A gem tree.
A gem tree. That's really unique.
Just- We also do some workshops, and we've had workshops on making the gem trees. Start with the wire, make the form, put the stones onto it, and when you're done, then you can kind of twist them around and mount them onto something. Also, wind chimes, figurines with a lot of different animals. We get people coming in all the time saying, "What do you have in bears or hummingbirds?" Something like that.
Well, we're standing in the fossil restoration room, and this is basically the area where you get the fossils that you originally have collected and get them ready for display.
Yeah, that's very true. And it's amazing, you see these wonderful dinosaur skeletons and so on put together in a museum, and that's not normally how you find them. Usually you're finding something like this, which is actually one hand bone from a duck-billed dinosaur, and it's in a 1,000 pieces. This whole thing actually has to be taken apart, put back together. There's probably a good 30 hours worth of work or better to get this into shape to put
Wow.
on display.
So it
This
has to be glued and...
It has to be stabilized or glued. Pieces have to be taken apart. The matrix or the dirt has to be taken away from it, cleaned. Then each piece is put back together. It's like a big jigsaw puzzle, usually missing the final piece. This is another one. This is one that I've done some work on. This is actually a hand bone. Right here, one of the wrist bones or the hand bones from duck-billed dinosaur.
Wow.
This guy was about 44 feet long, huge animal. So it's neat to think that this is just one bone in that hand. This is another one that actually sits next to this. It's a series of finger bones or hand bones that make up the hand of that enormous animal. But you can see how these are cracked and so
wow.
on.
Right.
This is actually an iron concretion that has to be taken off. So there's a lot of work that goes into these. And it's actually very interesting to do the work. You have to be very patient, but the end result is just wonderful.
Now, how long would something like just one of those take, for instance?
To restore for display, this one I'm lucky at. This one takes very little restoration, probably 10 hours, but some of them can take 30 or 40 hours.
Wow.
And then when you get to a larger bone like this, you could be talking weeks on preparing something like that for display.
And so you've done some of the excavation yourself.
Yes, actually we have a site in South Dakota. Right now we're digging dinosaurs. We've been doing that for over 10 years now. And that's been an exciting adventure. We actually collect fossils from all over North America though.
Wow.
We collect in different areas like North Carolina. We do a lot of river diving and ocean diving for different fossils. We do quarry collecting. We do desert collecting. So it's different all over. We collect fossil fish from Wyoming. So it's really an adventure.
So, although these aren't for sale per se, they are on display in the gallery section.
Yes, that's very true.
So why don't we take a look over there?
Yep, love to take you around.